Alright, this is Brandon back to do my UFC 137 predictions. Alright, first we have Bart Palasetsky versus Tyson Griffin. I don't know if Tyson Griffin last fight in the UFC was him getting knocked out by Takanori Gomi, but I remember that was pretty brutal, and I remember that Bart Palasetsky was he had a really good win over Anthony Pettis, and I think he at this point is a top 20 lightweight. So I'll take Bart by decision, but I think this is going to be a hard fight for him, since his last fight was December of 2010. Yeah, I'm going to take Bart. Next fight we have Dennis Siver versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Alright, yes, I have Grand Theft Auto Vice City playing in the background. I have Donald Cerrone in this fight. I see a lot of leg kicks. I actually see some takedowns, some clinching from Donald Cerrone, some Muay Thai. I think he takes this fight pretty easily, guys. I mean, Dennis Siver has been on a nice run, but I don't think he's quite ready for the Cowboy. I think Cowboy is up there, like upper echelon of 155ers. Hatsu Hayoki versus George Roop. This is a very hard fight to call. I mean, Hatsu, you're fighting in Japan. No offense to Japanese fighters, but you don't do well once you hit the States. It's just a fact. Okay? If you somehow blow my mind and prove me wrong, I'd be that would be great. I don't like George Roop. Ever since he beat the Korean Zombie, I thought the Korean Zombie was going to be the upper of the featherweight division, but things happen. But I have Hatsu in this fight. I think he'll take it. I'm gonna say by submission, but that's my heart. My brain is telling me George Roop by knockout in the first round. So sometimes you're just gonna have to go past those things, where I say I'm picking with my heart, but most of the time I'm going to have to pick with my brain with these picks. Mirko Cro Cop versus Roy Nelson. Why is this fight happening? Someone please tell me why. Why? Someone who Mirko Cro Cop just got knocked out by in Brendan Schaub is fighting the guy who fucking brutally knocked Brendan Schaub out. Damn it, I'm picking with my heart. I don't give a shit. I'm saying we see one last LHK. I think that's what's going to happen. One more time we're going to see it, and we're going to see Roy Nelson go to sleep. If I was picking with my brain, I'd say Roy Nelson by right hand in the first round. I'm not going to say that, though. Next fight, we have Chet Congo versus Matt Mitrione. I definitely have Mitrione in this fight. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not impressed with Chet Congo. In the slightest, I mean, he got tossed around by Pat Barry. That fight could have very well been stopped. And, the win over Cro Cop was semi-impressive. I just got Matt Mitrione by knockout in the second round. Yeah. That's as far into it as I'm going to get. BJ Penn versus Nick Diaz. Okay, a long time coming for Nick Diaz to come into the UFC. I definitely have BJ Penn in this fight. BJ Penn has gone against the tougher competition, the wrestlers that Nick Diaz has not since Joe Riggs. It was either Nate Diaz or, what the fuck am I saying? Diego Sanchez or Joe Riggs. And ever since then, ever since his UFC days, no wrestlers, none whatsoever. BJ Penn has proven himself against a wrestler, and that's John Fitch. Even though that fight was a draw, it was very close. And that's something I don't think Nick Diaz can do. I don't think he could take John Fitch. And I have BJ Penn in this fight by... It's very hard, because it's hard to finish Nick Diaz, even though the competition he's faced is fairly limited. I do have BJ Penn by... Fuck it, I'm gonna say decision. I'm not even gonna... Although I'd like to see Nick Diaz get finished, I'm going to say BJ Penn by decision. Alright, George St. Pierre versus Carlos Condit. My all-time favorite fighter in Carlos Condit is going up against a champion in Rush St. Pierre. I don't see Carlos winning this fight. I just don't. He's always had a problem against wrestlers. I don't think that's going to change now. The only chance Carlos has in this fight is to submit him or knock him out. Basically what he's been doing his entire career. 26 out of 27 victories have come by way of submission or knockout. I'm gonna say George takes this by hump fest, 5-round decision. So, yeah, I'm just trying to get my picks right. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to pick with my heart. Usually the picks I pick with my brain are correct. You know how it is. That's the way I got it, you guys. I'm sorry I didn't start back up after 125, but my friend fucked up my flip. Now it's fixed. You can expect a lot more from me. Alright, peace, guys.